Welcome to Jay is Scheduled. For those that watched the Mario Kart stream last night, you will understand. But welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. I'm your host, Jeremy, and I'm joined by Jay is Scheduled.
God, I forgot to brush my hair.
You struggling today already?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, there you go. All right, you good now?
Feeling good, feeling alive.
All right, should we start the show now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We got Drunk 3PO here, everybody.
Hey, welcome. I'm glad to be back. I was gonna say welcome to the show. I'm glad to be back.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Look, Brock's in the chat and he says, remember to drink water, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
Yeah. Got it.
All right. Thanks, Brock. You reminded Jay. You know how Jay, he needs reminding. He needs reminding for sure. 5 gifted memberships from my favorite profile picture, Mick Hawk. What's up? What's up?
Did you see Daily a little bit yesterday? I know you were super busy.
I did not see any Daily. I know you guys had a good stream though.
When we
spit it out, Jay.
We read the poem from Josh Brolin.
Oh, so I don't know anything about this Josh Brolin poem. I know nothing about this. I heard like somebody memed on it last night, but like I don't know anything about
this. Before we get into anything, you've got to we did this yesterday. It was glorious. You got to read it, Jeremy. You got to read it. You got to read it.
What's the backstory here? I know nothing about this. Somebody was memeing on it.
So apparently Josh is a poet. Okay. You know, what is he, like 54, 55? He's a poet, and he's been writing poems about his co-stars for years. He's going to release a book, so he released a poem about his Dune co-star as like, hey, you can, more to come. And this is the poem right here. You want to see it?
Is this for real?
Yeah, it's for real.
Okay. Your face is etched. Does that say etched by adolescence?
Yeah.
Your cheekbones jump towards what your youth-laden eyes that slide down a prominent nose and onto lips of a certain poetry. And the way you hold my gaze makes me fear my own age. What?
I can't stop.
Because something in me tells me you are going to offer me something, and for now, I'm not sure it's going to be something I want anymore. What? Well, I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Like, I am so detached from this story.
He's right. He has a book of poems that he's going to release. So he released one because he was writing about his, I guess, coworkers. And so he released this one to be like, hey, I got a whole book coming out. Here's one. Here's a sample.
Dude.
So
he's so weird, dude. Hollywood is such a weird place.
It's just funny.
Like, Hollywood is so fucked up, man. Like, you have to be a seriously deranged individual to be.
I was with Ryan. I was like, imagine like Jeremy, like saying, guys, I've started Geeks and Gamers, and I have a collection of poems for all the people that I've worked with all these years. Here's one about Ryan or Gary. He wrote one about Ripa saying, your cheekbones are highlighting like
makes me fear my own age. What? What?
Man, I don't know. Ryan, I didn't know anything about this story. Ryan has a thumbnail with Josh Brolin and the captions, I want to F you. And in the video, he reads the poem. I was like, what the freak, man?
Oh dude. Man. What the hell?
That was a disastrous of a show. The comments are all like, well, I got news for you.
It's the internet. It's the internet, dude. I love how savage the internet is. I really do. It's
defeated. It always will be.
AJ Lee. Is this the real AJ Lee? One of my favorite female wrestlers. On Kelsey Taylor. He's a Pfizer spokesperson or spokesman who promotes the jab. Her private jet get a pass while oil pipelines are closed. That's why we hate. Why you love. Oh, you're asking why to. I mean, I don't love her. I'm indifferent to Taylor Swift. I don't care about Taylor Swift like one way or the other. I don't have a strong opinion on her. I liked her early country music songs, and I can't believe she's like this mega star now. But yeah,
I mean, what's her competition?
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that Taylor Swift though is the biggest star in the world and like Carrie Underwood's not, it speaks volumes about how talent doesn't really matter because Carrie Underwood is so much more talented than Taylor Swift. Always has been, always will be. She's more talented, she's better looking, and she's a better person. You know what I mean? And that just kind of puts it in perspective though, that talent doesn't really matter. But what does matter? Like, there's nothing that Taylor Swift does better than Carrie Underwood, except I guess,
marketing
left, I guess. You know what I mean? There's nothing that she's better than Carrie Underwood is like top tier in everything.
They just, she just tapped into the TikTok market, and just found that marker. It just pushed her to the top.
Yeah.
So,
but it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know why.
Taylor will rise and she'll fall, and then the next one will come up, and that's just how it is. Like we remember them. There was Prince and Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
was like, who in the world could top that? I mean, they were just like right up there. So. The greatest of all time.
Yeah, nobody will ever top Michael Jackson ever.
No, greatest of all time. The dude could just stand on a stage and not say a word, and people would pass out screaming.
Nobody's close to Michael. Michael's the greatest entertainer / performer to ever live.
During that time, it was like Prince, Michael Jackson.
Oh, Prince is
Prince was up there too. But I agree. He's not even close, like worldwide. Yeah. But and then like when they kind of, it was weird because then we had the rise of the boy bands. They all like powered up there at one point, and then they trickled down, and it's just how it goes.
Yep. Let's see. Gremlin says, you want to laugh, play Matt Riddle's WWE entrance music. You're welcome. Also, hail the 199 bro. Yeah, Matt Riddle, like if I could without getting hit, but if you do anything with WWE, you're going to get hit. It's almost like John Williams on YouTube. Gosh. But yeah, Matt Riddle's WWE entrance bro music is pretty on point for us. Unfortunately, maybe we get Dan Vask to remake the bro intro for Matt Riddle for G&G.
Man, speaking of Michael Jackson, they were making a movie, right? This is a first look. Is his name Jafar Jackson as Michael Jackson in the movie Michael, releasing April 2025? That looks pretty good.
I mean, I would want to know what Taj thinks about all of this and how much they've involved the Jackson family, because I especially with how demonized Michael was in the media all of those years, I just don't trust Hollywood to make a Michael Jackson movie. So I mean, we'll see. Like, but is that who's playing him though? Like, that's who's playing him?
That age, during that age time, I believe, yeah.
So, like, is he? I don't know how connected he is with the rest of the family.
I don't either.
You know what I mean, so
they just released it just while we were talking about it. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I
haven't seen Taj
tweeted out.
I don't know how connected because he's part of the family, and so, but how connected to the family is he? Is what because I've never heard of him being like super. Like we know, like Taj is obviously out there, like advocating for Michael's innocence constantly. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Guess we'll see. But
Jafar Jackson is playing the lead role in the upcoming biopic, of the late Uncle Michael. I'm humbled and honored to bring my Uncle Michael's story to life. And to all the fans of the world, I'll see you soon, he wrote.
Who's behind the movie? Who's funding this? Who's involved with this?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll have to see. Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
know it's his
Be
nephew.
interesting to
Yeah,
see.
chat. I know that, but I didn't know. I don't know how involved he was with the family. Just because you're part of the family, just you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, there is
Like,
always people coming. Like the media would find like Michael Jackson's cousin speaks. Like
mm-hmm.
back in the day, it's like who the
Yep.
freak is this person? You were
Mm-hmm.
like you shook his hand once. You're related like
Yeah.
5 generations over to the left, and they would be like, I saw him one time and he looked at my child weird. And you're just like then when they dig into these people, they're like, well, you met him literally for 10 seconds. A long
Yeah.
time ago. You're like, what the heck?
Michael Jackson's
Crazy.
family member speaks out
Yeah,
against
exactly.
disturbing allegations. So
And they're like,
ridiculous, man.
well, honestly, this person literally just shook his hand behind in a concert. That's it.
Hey, this is a good question right here. This is a good question. Do you consider Force Awakens to be a good movie on its own? On its own, if not, why? Well, here's the thing with it. At the time, absolutely. Before The Last Jedi came out, absolutely. And even probably after The Last Jedi for a while, I considered The Force Awakens a good movie, but it's impossible to separate the two now. And
that's the hard part.
you can't. Like, I can't separate it. It's impossible to separate it. And what ultimately The Force Awakens was fool's gold. It was never really a good movie, to be honest. It just wasn't. It was fool's gold. And it fooled a lot of people, including me. And it's like it was like one of, if not the highest selling Blu-rays ever. It was obviously a $2 billion movie. But once you started to see how much it needed the other movies to actually justify it, then you realized it really was never a good movie.
Yeah, once all the pieces came together, you're like, well, they just threw it together. I can't lie. I went and saw it multiple times.
Oh, I was all in.
It was just like, I guess because the last Star Wars movie I ever thought I'd ever see was Episode 3, and I had such a fantastic experience watching Episode 3 on the big screen. Just fantastic. I mean, this is one of the highlights. My Star Wars highlight. Camping out for movie tickets with like 100 people, and then going to the midnight show. They don't even do midnight showing anymore. Midnight show, and just they had dude, it was just so cool. And then it's like, oh man, I get to see a Star Wars movie on the big screen. I just remember talking with my friends, like, I don't care if like they just need to have lightsabers. I don't care what they do. Like that was my mentality going in, unfortunately. And then now you're like, wow.
Yeah, I was all in on
there you go.
PFA, man. All in. And just the whole thing, man, is so depressing to think back on how far that thing has fallen. All that goodwill, all that excitement, all that enthusiasm, and they have just ruined every single bit of it. All of it. And to be fair, though, it's almost like looking back on, it's almost like when you look back in like on a maybe a previous relationship where you were all in, and then you look back, you're like, and that was a really bad situation I was in. And that's to me, that's what The Force Awakens.
You just remember the good parts.
Yeah.
You're just like, I remember the good parts of this relationship, and then you sit back and think like, well, wasn't that many?
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, that's my stance on it. Jay is scheduled. Says good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thank you. All right, let's get into. Let's jump in our first topic. It's not going to be Elon Musk. It's actually going to be Madam Web. Woo. So, bro, that deserves a bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, that definitely deserves a bro. Madam Web. The reviews are here. Let me refresh before let's see. Okay. Yeah. It dropped even more now. Madam Web. The reviews are here. And
jeez,
22%, bro. Like, that deserves a bro. 22% Rotten Tomatoes score with 41 reviews in. I watched Jeremy John's review, and he roasted this movie.
Yeah, he didn't
beyond belief. I mean, but does this surprise anybody? You know what I mean?
No, we saw it from day one. It was like, what are they doing? Did you see the red carpet? Like, they were like walking around naked.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like, we got to do something to bring attention to this film. Let's not wear any clothes. Let's show our boobies and all that stuff and walk around naked. Or they weren't naked, but
yeah.
And it's like, let's do that so we can get people at least talking about it. Maybe we'll sell it. Maybe they'll think this is what we're wearing in the film.
It's going to lose so much money, and yeah, this shouldn't surprise anybody. We've kind of seen all of this, building up. We've seen me and Ryan. I know Ryan's talked about it a lot with Dakota Johnson and how her mannerisms in the reviews. She's just been her enthusiasm has been gone. And she fired her agent. I guess she thought that this was part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then we have this right here. Madam Webb, producer, explains why the movie is not connected to any other Spider-Man movie. I think some of the superhero fatigue that people talk about is because these movies are often not about the central character.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ, bro. Like,
they don't know what to say anymore because, like, they're trying. It's
this dumb bit. Do you think if you put Spider-Man in this fucking movie, it's going to make like $800 million? Are you kidding me? You really think people believe that?
They don't know what to say.
If Spider-Man's in this fucking movie, it's going to be a massive success because it's Spider-Man. And they're trying to justify, like, we didn't want Spider-Man in our movie because we respect superhero fatigue. And oh my God, man.
Thing I've ever heard.
Good Lord.
It is just like they must have like some kind of like group of people that sit around all day writing the best excuses as to why movies suck. Here's a good deflection. Here's what you say. Say this, say that, say this. Pretty crazy.
And somebody in the chat says, is it superhero fatigue, Jeremy? No, there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. There's such thing as bad movie fatigue. It's
terrible.
Like, did you see any superhero fatigue with Deadpool's trailer?
No.
Did you see any superhero fatigue with that? Seemed to be a mega viral moment because there's no such thing as superhero fatigue. There's a such thing as bad woke movie fatigue. That's the bottom line on it. And Deadpool, again, I think Deadpool will be an anomaly because it's going to be one of the only superhero movies that actually has relevance because these are two top tier characters portrayed by actors that people love, and it does a good job. But yeah, you're going to continue to see shitty superhero movies performing because they're coming out with dog shit like this.
It's crazy. Like they put out a bunch of crap and then they'll drop a film like the Spider-Man movie, that did really well with the 3 spy. And then it's like, well, it's just crap. And here's a special type of film that we'll throw in there.
Into the Spider-Verse did like extremely. I didn't see the second one, but it did extremely well compared to the first one. Like I don't remember how much money it made, but it made a lot more money than the first one because it's Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's like No Way Home was just it's almost like that's a standalone film, and then they just took little pieces of it to make crappy films out of it. So it did so well. All right, chat, here you go. Here is your
I know what they're asking for. What you got?
I got it.
You got it?
It'll be fine. I'll do it real quick.
We better get some super chats out of this.
Yeah. Here you go. This is just part of the red carpet. There it is. I'm going to go real quickly and we're done. So there you go. Check it out. I don't want to get into YouTube trouble or anything like that, but there's definitely better pictures online. I tried to find like the safest one. I was like, I don't think she's wearing any underwear, if you want my honest. On further investigation.
Were you investigating that one pretty tough?
Well,
look at you leaning in. Jay's leaning in.
I had to if I was going to show it on YouTube,
Jay leaned in a little bit. After further investigation.
Sydney Sweeney's, holy crap. And I don't know why. Someone in the comments were like, if they dressed like this in the movie, more people would go see it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, so that's the latest. That's the latest on Madam Web. It's going to be bad. It's going to be very, very bad, and it's going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah. All right,
Look,
here's one more for you. Here's Sydney Sweeney. Since everyone's asking, there's a quick one. It's fine. That was her at the red carpet. You're welcome. And we got $100.
Dave Chandler for 100 says, I was a Star Wars fan. I owned the original films on VHS, followed all the prequels, collected the games, books, comics. I was hardcore. When Disney bought Star Wars, I was hyped. I liked The Force Awakens. I wanted to love The Last Jedi and didn't. And I saw Skywalker once. No more, bro. Dude, like this is like outside of like, I didn't get into a lot of the books, or comics or anything like that, but like I was into almost everything you said is my experience with Star Wars though.
Yeah, pretty much.
That
a lot
almost
of people.
Everything you said. Because I wanted to love The Last Jedi as well. I was all in. I was like, I was to the point where, it took me multiple viewings to actually come to grips with I hated the movie, and I saw it all like in the opening weekend, you know what I mean? But
it was one of those. I remember like Last Jedi, and we kicking a dead horse here, but thank you for the $100 super chat. It's just like, are they like, is the third one gonna fix it? Like, I might be missing something, like maybe there's a big twist here that's gonna be awesome. Maybe
I even remember like
didn't happen.
I even remember justifying JJ's like reasoning. Like I was like, I was like, there's a reason he didn't bring Han, Luke, and Leia back together, and it's going to be justified as this trilogy.
That's what I same thing. I was like, there's something.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. Nothing. It's absolutely insane, man. I just can't believe how bad it is. And yes, I only saw The Rise of Skywalker one time, and I think The Rise of Skywalker is the worst movie in the trilogy.
It's
awful.
They didn't even care. Like they were just like, let's just get it done.
There's a reason JJ hasn't made a movie since. Like
that's pretty telling, isn't it?
There's a reason.
But Jeremy, maybe they have a savior because Samuel Jackson has insisted his Star Wars character Mace Windu isn't dead and wants a TV show on Disney Plus too. Now, if this came out like a few years back, we'd all be like, what are you like?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer, Disney. What are you waiting for, man?
Yep.
Now it's like, just be dead, man. Stay dead.
Yeah, just stay dead.
Just stay. Your kid touched you. Like, just stay dead. Like, don't, please. No more characters ruined. Come on.
Nobody.
I know he don't need money. He's doing those freaking Capital One card commercials. So
call Star Wars Theory, Sam. If you really want to,
do a fan film.
It's the only one. Just call Star Wars Theory. Work with him because nobody wants this. Nobody wants this like from a Disney Plus series. Dude, like it's so bad. Somebody super chatted me last night, and they had a friend that thinks that Andor is the best Star Wars that's ever been made.
I get that a lot when I talk about so since everybody loved my Star Wars movie ranking, somebody sent me a super thanks, and they were like, "Do the Disney Plus show, Jay. I love the meltdown." I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna do a Disney Star Wars ranking. Andor ain't number one, so I can only imagine
I do remember, I did watch the first couple of episodes.
I watched the first 3 and I checked out. I was like, this isn't made. This ain't made for me.
Somebody said, hang on, let me see if I can highlight it. What's up, Jake? Jake's in the chat. What up, Jake? Tell Jeremy, for me, Revenge of the Sith is underrated. Hayden Christensen gave a good performance. Well, I agree. Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie. And again, I don't think it's the best, but it's my favorite. The best is Empire Strikes Back. I don't know if you can argue against objectively that Empire's the best.
It's perfection.
Yeah, but my favorite is Revenge of the Sith, and Revenge of the Sith has just gotten better and better and better over time. That thing has aged so well. I just think Revenge of the Sith is fantastic. And honestly, like the Clone Wars made the prequels better for me. I know a lot of people hate on the Clone Wars or whatever. Like the Clone Wars actually improved the prequels. It made the galaxy, it expanded the galaxy. And it made it feel like a bigger universe, and it made me more connected to the universe.
For me, once I read Darth Plagueis, man, if that sends the prequels to a dimension, it's incredible what that book does for those movies.
I've read some of Darth Plagueis,
and they have like the audiobook out with like just like a little movie in your head, man. It's perfect. I once after I read the book, I got the audiobook. It really makes the prequels so much better.
Absolutely. So
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I like all the prequels. Shockingly enough,
no, I do too.
I've always liked all the prequels. Now I can understand why some people have a problem with the prequels. And I would sit here and say, like, point blank, that like Attack of the Clones is a bad movie. All right. It's not good. It's not good at all. I'm not going to argue that point. Would you? Like, do you think it's good?
Yeah.
You think
I like it better than A New Hope?
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
You like Attack of the Clones more than A New Hope?
Yeah. Yeah. I love it, man. When Yoda walks in and opens up his robe and pulls out that lightsaber, that is like freaking amazing, dude. Is there cringe dialogue in it? Of course there is. Like the whole like, but let me tell you something. Young Anakin Skywalker gave hope to all of us nerds that you could be a whiny, pathetic person with a lot of power, with terrible catchphrases and pickup lines, and still get the hottest girl in the galaxy. That's what it did for people like us. That's all I'm saying.
I can't.
That's all I'm saying, man. I don't like sand. It's coarse. Still got the girl, man. Are you kidding me?
I do like Attack of the
Still
Clones.
got the hottest girl in the galaxy with those type of lines. I'm just saying, like that.
I like
for
Attack
all of
of
us
the
nerds,
Clones, but it's not a good movie. It's not a
dude. I think it's awesome.
It's not.
I loved it.
Like, I like it a lot. Okay, I do. I love the prequels. I defend the prequels, but not better than A New Hope. No. Like, because I think the Phantom Menace is better than Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones.
So, like, my number one movie is Episode 3. Number 2, watch my video. No one's watching it. Anyway, Episode 3. Number 2 is Empire. 3, Return of the Jedi. 4, Phantom Menace. 5, Attack of the Clones. 6, A New Hope. That's what I have. But the truth is, that's like trying to like rank diamonds, right? You know, it's just like and that's the hard part. It's like trying to rank a diamond. You know, like you have all these diamonds and they're beautiful, and it's kind of like, which one do you put? So it's like, it's not like one is way up here and one's here. It's just they're all kind of together, and that's that for me. Jay's list is an idiot. Thanks. Hey man, at least I don't cater to the crowd. You know, I speak my mind, and that's who I am. So,
oh man,
I'm the Kanye West of Geeks and Gamers. Did you not know that? I'm the Listen. I don't know if you saw this, but I'm pulling this up. I'm the Kanye West of Geeks and Gamers. All right, here we go. If you didn't know, Kanye West had a Super Bowl commercial he paid $7 million for. Do you know what his commercial was? It was him on his freaking phone. This was his commercial for the Super Bowl, right? He recorded it on his cell phone, sent it in, paid $7. Listen, I'll just play.
Hey, y'all, this Jay, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
That's who paid Seth. I literally saw that, and I was like, I could do that. That would be my commercial. That would literally be my commercial. So because it's like I got all this money, I need a commercial. So let me just record it in the middle of the night on my cell phone. And that's it. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, dude. Think of it, genius. I'm just saying, if you understand my genius, you'll understand my list of Star Wars movies.
So that was your justification for your list of Star Wars movies.
It's you gotta have like this crazy mind, like to understand. So to understand why it's ranked that way. Listen, A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi, they're like they're all masterpieces. Like, what are you gonna do? Like
Revenge of the Sith #1, Empire #2, Return of the Jedi #3, A New Hope #4. That's where the problem is, right?
Okay, so the problem is, and we're not going to spend too much time on it.
The Phantom Menace after that, then then Attack of the Clones, then Rogue One, then
I got Rogue One way down there.
TFA, TLJ, and Rise of Skywalker.
I got Solo, the worst movie of all time.
But see, again, I always forget Solo exists.
That's why it's the worst movie of all time.
Honestly, though, I would have to put Solo above Rise of Skywalker. I would have to put Solo
I put
above
it because
Rise
it's
of Skywalker.
forgettable. At least Rise of Skywalker still gets talked about in a hatred. Solo doesn't just get talked about at all, so it's got to be the worst. That was my justification. The other thing too, A New Hope. I didn't see A New Hope till like I saw the problem with the originals. I saw Return of the Jedi first. And then it was like, I never saw them in theaters, you know, and then it was like, then once stuff came out, it was like, I didn't get around A New Hope, so that's a personal thing. But the prequels, man, like, dude, we camped out for tickets. It was, man, I just had like the
Somebody
best time.
cancel Jake the Viking right now. Cancel this man.
Well, he was the streaker at the Super Bowl.
Cancel this man right now. Get rid of this man.
There's a reason why he hasn't been on the channel in a while. Don't you think I could pull off a Yeezy Super Bowl commercial? If you saw me, like, we're gonna give you a commercial. No. Wouldn't that be a Jay thing to do? Just record it on my phone. Oh, here's my commercial. I'm sorry. That's the funniest freaking thing of the whole Super Bowl.
Look.
Chris Benoit. Oh my God. Look at that avatar.
Oh no. No. I just noticed he has a picture now. Oh no. It makes it even worse now. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Holy crap. What the hell's happened to this show? You know what? We're going to read some super chats. Mick Hawk says, sing it, Jay. It's time for the Daily Show with Jay and Jeremy. Love to see the 199s in the chat. Don't you know, on this Tuesday morning Daily Show. That's right, Jay. When are you going to sing again, buddy?
It's New Year, New Me. So we do that.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Brad Roberts says, I'm 48 and apparently in the minority. I never understood the hate for the prequels. I don't know. So I understand why people were disappointed with the prequels, especially with the Phantom Menace being the first one that came out. And there was a lot of hype and Jar Jar was really annoying. And you know what I mean? I do
CGI
understand.
CGI was a new thing. And so it was kind of like, it just looked, I mean, it was cool in some areas and weird in others. But like, I think everybody was looking for a new Darth Vader. And we saw it in Darth Maul, and he dies. You know, once we get a double bladed lights. Holy crap! Duel of Faces hitting, and he's dead. And you're like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, Chris Benoit with the picture, that takes it to another level.
I know,
creepiness, bro. It's a whole nother level of creepy now. I don't even like pulling the profile up with the picture. That's a whole different level of creepy now. I'm really creeped out. Holy shit. Tobias Nexus for 10 says, finally going to a blood doc today. Maybe start to figure out what's causing the anemia. Also, don't feel bad, Jay. I completely botched the intro to my podcast and we kept it in. You're great.
I mean, what can you do, man? It's better to keep it in my opinion, than try to pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because the internet's forever. The internet needs a fraction of a second, and everything changes.
Yeah. AJX Skyline says, it's ironic. I remember when all the shills and corpo media said MCU is doing well, that anyone who thinks otherwise is alt-right. Now everyone is saying MCU needs saving by Reynolds. Which is it? Well, that's the hypocrisy of the shill mainstream media, for sure. Absolutely. And yeah, at the end of the day, it does need saving. It absolutely needs saving. That's a fact.
It needs to go on a different ship.
Yep, absolutely.
Where it's going is not. It's going in the wrong direction.
East Coast Toaster Boy says, why does the upside down Mickey Mouse logo look like a glory hole that includes balls? Whoever made that, think it through. Have fun with that. Yeah, we're going to talk about Elon Musk here in just a bit. Crispin Waff says, damn it, how did Josh get the same poem I was reading to my wife tomorrow? Jeez. Ferd Turgeson says, Josh Brolin, why are you gay? Whoa, bro, says Jeremy. I know you're a Bama fan. Did you ever live in Alabama? I'm up in North Alabama and was just wondering. War Eagle. Yeah, I was in Alabama until I was 15, I think, and then I moved to Florida. So yes, so my whole family is Alabama fans. Like I've told the story many times. You're in North Alabama. I lived in Albertville, Huntsville, all in that area. I lived in Dothan, Alabama. I lived in Enterprise, Alabama, Phoenix City, Alabama. Yes,
Panhandle's pretty much Alabama.
The Panhandle,
kind of a step up.
The Panhandle is lower Alabama. It really is. But yeah, I've told the story many times. When I was old enough to start watching football, my dad was like, "You're either going to say Roll Tide or you're going to get the hell out of this house." I was like, Roll Tide.
There you go.
Roll Tide.
There you go.
It's really that simple. Didn't really have a choice. Let's see. Chico's memory says, Jay, show the clip of your poem to Ryan.
Show the clip of my poem?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, what about Jay's secret racism? Jeremy, I'm sorry. The way you read that Brolin poem was so heartfelt. Reminds me of Beardo.
It's good to know.
I don't know if it's good to know. It's something to know. Carolyn, what's Carolyn doing here? Jay's Super Bowl commercial would be the dead air clip. That is all. No words. It would go viral. Okay, I'm going to make you all a promise, okay?
That's pretty funny.
I'm going to make you all a promise. If you ever help me realize my dream of making Geeks and Gamers into the Barstool Sports of the nerd world, and I have Dave Portnoy money, I will pay for a 30-second Super Bowl spot of Jay in that Santa hat of just dead air. I will 1000% do it. All right? I'll pay it. If I'm worth that, if I have as much money as Dave Portnoy, I will buy a
biggest
Super Bowl
troll in history. You can see the news now. And maybe there was a mistake here, but an ad played of some mental ill person wearing a Santa hat, just staring off to us. Oh man, good Lord.
Great, be great. Night Stealer says, now those AMC sandworm popcorn buckets are starting to make sense after that. Caveat ties says, hold our gaze. Okay. Shadow Satan says Ryan has to read that poem at least 3 times. Fingbook says poems and monologues at events is a great idea. Dave Chandler says, has Taylor said anything about Toby Keith yet? Not to my knowledge, and I'm pretty sure wasn't Toby Keith kind of instrumental in like getting her started, if I'm remembering that correctly. And by the way, rest in peace to the great Toby.
Yeah,
Keith, man, I can't believe Toby Keith's no longer with us. I can't believe that, man. It's so wild. Steven Wasick says, dude, commenters legit called P-word behavior. Get a clue. It's cringe, but it's not illegal. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with like Vosh and Tipster.
I'm staying away from all that stuff.
Weird shit, brother. Weird shit.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
Happy Fat Tuesday, chat. Gig 'em. Fingbook says G&G could promo singers and impersonators at events. Potentially. Japanese Demon Lord says a sad cash grab, but Marvel and DC are re-releasing their crossover comics, including let's see, how do I say that? Almagam Comics. When is this happening? Ryan says my parents checked me out of school at noon to go see Revenge of the Sith opening day. I had a Jedi costume with Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Best day ever. Yeah. Those were the memories, brother. Those were the memories. But we got new memories. You know what those new memories are? Elon Musk roasting Disney. And dude, he keeps crushing them. Like he just keeps doing it.
He just doesn't care, man.
I think again, man, this reminds me of the Twitter stuff. You know what I mean? Like this reminds me of the Twitter trolling that he used to do, and everybody was like, man, he's just trolling. There's no way Elon's going to buy it. What is his plan? He's got a plan. Okay. What is the plan? That's what I want to know. And obviously he went to this deal with Nelson Peltz, who's obviously trying to, get involved in the board and take things over. I refuse to believe that this is not just, I refuse to believe it's just a troll. I feel like there's more to this. Do you know how mad Disney is about this? This has been seen 45 million times now. This by Elon Musk, who's the most famous person, at least one of the most famous people on the planet, the most followed account on Twitter. This has to drive them crazy.
I'm telling, yeah, absolutely. You wonder if they were like, can we sue him for this?
Yeah, I know.
He's trashing our company and we're losing money. That'll be the next. Did you see the video of Bob Iger pleading with the shareholders to not vote in new members of the board?
No.
Yeah, he made okay, I'll pull that up. But
listen, man, there's a lot. Go ahead.
Before we do that, this is the problem. We were talking about Star Wars. I'm sorry, this literally, I don't know what it is, either voice recognition on my Twitter, but this is the problem with the world that we live in. Like, this is one of the major problems. The guy who played the Emperor, right, in Star Wars, Ian.
Yeah, Ian.
These people are obsessed with sex and sexuality in Star Wars, right? That's just all they're so obsessed with it. They want to know who's gay. They want to know who this. They want to know sexuality. Of all questions to ask the Emperor, they asked the Emperor if Palpatine. Oh, you took it down.
Sorry.
If Palpatine has sex, who cares? Why would you go to this person and say, "Hey, we just want to know, does the Emperor have sex? Does he have sex?" And he's like, he does. He doesn't say have sex, but that's what they're, referring to. He goes, it's a horrible idea to think of Palpatine having sex in any shape or form, but perhaps he didn't. Maybe it's all to do with midichlorians, and don't ask me about what those are. Hey, why would you... These freaking weirdos, man. Of all my years as a Star Wars fan, like, never, not even did I wonder.
Oh my God.
It's like, why would you ask that question? These people are obsessed with this weirdness, man.
They are completely deranged. There is no realistic scenario where this is acceptable at all. What is the point? Why? Why are they so obsessed with this stuff?
It's crazy.
Good Lord, man. Raylos are weird.
You're killing, like, it just makes the friend. Oh, dude. I give him props for, I guess, a good answer. Like, I don't think about it. Like, maybe he didn't. Like, he kind of like brushed it off. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, like, so
he must have been asked that question multiple times from these weirdos all the time. Is Palpatine gay? We need to know.
Yeah, it really is.
Is he this?
Man.
Is he an ally? Come on.
Yeah, because I mean, they're all obsessed with it, and like I've said, I remember having this discussion with Justin Proper. Shout out to Justin Proper. I wonder what he's up to these days, but we were talking about Raylos, and he's like, "Well, what's the problem?" I was like, "Raylos are fucked up and weird." He goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Anybody who puts their sexual fantasies on the internet for everyone to see is fucked up and weird." Okay? Like that is what it is. Like everybody has, things that they do in the privacy of their own home or with their significant others or whatever. When you post it to the internet for the world to see, I deem you a fucking weirdo. Okay? Like I don't need to know what your sexual fantasies are. No one needs to know that. And the fact that they put their sexual fantasies in their bio of their Twitter account, it's weird. It's very deranged. And I don't think that you deserve respect if you are a person that draws and puts your sexual fantasies out on the internet to define who you are as a person. That's just weird. And that weirdo that asked that question would probably fall into that category. Probably draws all the Raylo fan art and all of that stuff.
And now we have Bob Iger. You ready for it?
Yes.
So he made this video because I guess there's a vote coming for the. Well, we'll just let it play. It's 2 minutes long, but here we go.
CEO of the Walt Disney Company. Ahead of our upcoming annual meeting, I wanted to update you about the company's significant recent achievements and share why your vote this year is so important to Disney's future. It has been a busy and challenging time since I returned to the company, but we've made significant progress, and I'm enormously optimistic about our future. Over the past year, we've assembled a new team of experienced leaders. We've created a much more efficient and highly effective company structure. The steps we've taken to propel Disney into a new era of growth are paying off, as evidenced by our recent earnings performance and the new growth initiatives underway to build our businesses.
Pause it.
The team and I...
Okay, first of all, this is bullshit, and we can get into this a little bit later. Universal's kicking Disney's ass right now.
Yeah.
They are kicking Disney's ass, especially with Epic Universe opening up. Continue, and then we'll talk more about it.
No, he's gonna get into the please vote this way. Like he'll get to it.
We have a responsibility to ensure that Disney is one of the most admired companies in the world. This is one of our biggest priorities. We also want to return to a place where we're consistently delivering shareholder value. We've already taken steps in that direction by declaring a second higher dividend and by initiating a $3 billion stock buyback program. All of this takes a lot of work and a laser-like focus on the task at hand, which is why the major distractions we're facing from activist investors are exactly what we don't need.
There it is.
Oh, man, he is shaking in his boots right now.
Crazy, right?
He is terrified. He is terrified right now. Elon, get involved, brother. Let's go.
I do love how he uses the term activist when his entire company's infested with these crazy Lucasfilm is like the worst. They're infected with activists that know nothing about the Star Wars lore or anything. Just infected with it. And yet he has the nerve to go, these activists are coming for us. All right, we'll keep going.
Those that
I'm urging you to
have the most to hide there.
Vote for the Disney Board's recommended slate of nominees on the white proxy card.
So we need you to vote for these people, not who you think is the best person for the job. So here's the white card. Those are the people that they want to stay on the board. All right, we'll keep going.
And not to vote for the nominees presented by these activist hedge funds.
So they don't want you to vote for Nelson. There's Nelson Bells right there. Bro, he just blatantly just throws them under the bus. These are activists. We don't want them in our company.
Dude, this is when did this come out?
Yesterday. I think
This
yesterday.
is bad.
So
this
I think
is
this
really
was
bad.
I think this was emailed to shareholders. So because or at least the people that have a vote, and the news media leaked it or put it out there. But I'm assuming he would know it would get out there anyway. But there we go.
You have the power to make sure we are able to continue our momentum from the past year and ensure the success of the Walt Disney Company as the world's leading and most beloved entertainment company. The leadership team at our company is experienced and highly motivated. We're proud of what we've accomplished. We have a clear vision for the future, and we're optimistic about it.
So someone should remake this commercial and put in all like the duds.
Yes.
You know, like
internet.
Put the guy like when he's talking, like put the guy that was dressed like a woman at Disneyland.
Yes.
Put the streaker through
internet. Do your thing. Internet. Do your thing.
The guy who was streaking through the what was it? It's a Small World in Disneyland. Like put the Marvel movies, like all the bad movies, put them in because he clear like Avatar he bought Avatar. They bought Fox. Yep. So like that was their best movie. So of course he put them in. We've got like all the best Iron Man, all the best movies he got in there. This is what he says about
put the video of Ewan McGregor calling all Star Wars fans racist. Like put that in there. Like you guys, I'll play it on Main Event if somebody can throw something together.
So then he talks about what's going to happen to ESPN.
Optimistic about it. Our goals are to improve the quality of the films we produce, to transition ESPN into a preeminent digital sports platform, to turn streaming into a significant growth business with increased reach and strong margins, and to turbocharge growth in our experiences business. All of these goals are achievable. We've already made meaningful progress with each of them. The opportunities before us are very exciting. We know that we have the strategy, the talent, the resources, and the determination to be successful. Thank you for your continued support, and I urge you to vote on the white proxy card in support of Disney director nominees.
There it is. Oh,
I was pretty racist.
I was hoping they would say vote white. Vote white.
Wow, that's a terrible video, and that's proof that he is scared to death of Nelson Peltz. He's very scared right now. Elon, please do something, man. Elon.
Well, he did. Like, I guess after the video, he put D's nuts out there.
Yes. So again, that is this is Elon's pinned tweet, by the way. This is his pinned tweet right here. So
he pinned it?
He pinned it.
Bro.
It's pinned on his profile. Look.
That's
right there. It's pinned.
Yeah, so if you go to votedisney.com, all the videos there, and like, you know, I don't know if this website was a thing in years past. I have no idea, so I can't really speak on it, but it is like if they put this all like I'm saying, if it could have been a thing for a while, but if they put this all together, you know, that's like they are definitely desperate.
Yes.
So
big time.
You know.
Wow. That's
I will say this though. Here's the other funny thing. So here's the board of directors. You know, looks pretty doesn't look too balanced.
Why is
Mr. Rice here the last one they show?
Yeah, why is he the last one? What's up with that?
That's all I'm saying. Some of these people need to go to a dentist with all the money they have. Shame on them.
What the hell? Disney's a disaster. And yes, by the way, Gremlin dropped a 50. It says for Jay's Super Bowl ad. Dave Chandler says matching Gremlin for Drunk 3PO Super Bowl commercial. 30 glorious seconds of dead air and Jay's blank stare. If they demand you include some sound, make sure to layer Krista's karaoke singing over the Jay clip. Let's go.
Could we buy like an ad on like some like Ethan Klein's podcast or something? That'd be so funny.
You know, that would be interesting to see. You know, by the way, I talked about this on Cobra Cast, but we do have we got some sponsorship stuff that Rumble's been connecting us with. So may see some sponsor stuff here moving forward here on G&G. And I really appreciate Rumble, connecting us with sponsors. This is something I've never really looked into, but Rumble actually, like I said, we've been talking to Rumble for a while, and they wanted to do some stuff with us like that. Because like I said, I've never been good at that stuff. I've never, like, I get emails from sponsors sometimes, and I'm like, I don't care to, because they're like, hi, we saw your YouTube channel and we think you would be a great partner. I'm like, you literally don't know who I am. You have no idea who I am. You know what I mean? But Rumble's actually connected us. So we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, we're just going to be sponsored by
it's
Drunk
like,
Video.
I'm just saying though, like Geeks and Gamers is growing. Like I think the meetup or the, MegaCon just proved that. Seeing the lines of people, you got like the Rippaverse booth, and G&G should have been in another area because the lines were so long. You guys were probably hurting businesses, or maybe not hurting, but covering up other tables because the line was just so massive.
Yeah.
So it's it's pretty awesome to go into a next phase of Geeks and Gamers.
Everybody, do you guys want me to do a Raid Shadow Legends just for a meme? Because they've emailed me 1,000 times. Should I just do a Raid Shadow Legend? I'll be like, Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
I might just do it as a... Didn't Quartering do it as a meme one time?
I think so.
I think Quartering took the deal as a meme or something like that. They have emailed me so many fucking times over the years. It's so funny, dude.
I mean, I did a chair sponsorship. That was that was pretty interesting. That was my first. I think it was my first one.
Dankula too. Dankula did it.
Yeah.
All right. You know what?
Makeda did it too. He says.
All right. I'm gonna...
Everyone's like, do a cringy sponsor buy. Yeah. So if you start seeing sponsored ads here, remember.
What if we did do some like really cringy like ads with like the team, like we make it legit, but like again, I would have to talk.
We have to keep it G&G, right?
We do have to keep it GG, but we also have to I don't want to go full on like pissing people off that are like trying to give us their money to like sponsor their stuff. But it would be fun to meme on it. I'll try to see if we can meme on it a little bit. It just depends on the sponsor. You know what I mean?
It's just like there's people, like talking about these meetups. There are like we see people in the chat all the time. Like, can you come to the Midwest? Can you come here? We'd love for you to come overseas. We'd love for you to come here. Like, there's so many people that would love to meet us. And I'm just talking. I didn't talk to Jeremy. I'm just talking. It's like if sponsoring some of the dailies would help pay for things like that, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, because like you're looking at the Vegas thing, and I'm sure I don't know how many of you saw Gary's tweet about it, but like, so our
full.
It's full, so we're getting a second venue that we're trying to... Let me see if I can find that tweet. Or you're right here. It is.
He just posted it to his channel members first, apparently, and it filled up.
So right here, first Vegas meetup is in April is sold out. Now, when that means sold out, that means like the RSVP is gone. It's not like we were selling anything. We really didn't think it would sell out that fast. We are working on a second location for an open RSVP. Worked out in the next week or two. It will always be free. More details soon. Thank you guys. We have some good news. Tune into the Real BBC tomorrow. So that'll be on Gary's channel today, and he'll have more details on that. So Vegas is happening. And we're working on getting a second venue or a second meetup or whatever, because again, we're not into charging for these things, man. It's just not our style. So, yeah, Vegas, Jake, you coming? Let's go. Dude, I am excited for Vegas this time. I can't wait. I'm really excited. Fear the Racist says, so Jeremy can see the picture this time. That's really good. That's really good. Blue Eyed Scorpio says, I retweeted John Roca saying it was a bad movie, and he said he hates women. That's the only possible reason not to like it. Taste of his own medicine. Absolutely. Kelhun says, it's all the copium in the Kool-Aid. Stacy Gardner says, this movie is what happens when you don't hire fans to make films. Dawn Says, at this point, I just need to start reading the EU. Hail the 199. Absolutely. And 221B, the bags are back. All right. So we had the 199 backpacks. People started to get those in. Everybody was praising the quality. I told you guys it was top quality. So the 199 bags, by popular demand, have been put back on sale for a 2-week run. So you got 2 weeks to go over there. I'm sure we got mods in the chat if you can drop those links. And yeah, everybody's loving them. So hopefully you guys can go check those out. And if we see if somebody sees a link, let me know and I'll pin the post really quick. Thinkbook says Geeks Gamers events are better than movies now. Well, appreciate that. Jay Secret Racist says Jay is the best private investigator. Did a good job.
Exactly.
Let's see. Do you guys think Disney is going to finally learn the correct lesson, though, through being sued by Gina Carano? What do you think, Jay?
Probably not.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, and let me put this out there because holy crap, my DMs are full, and I appreciate so many people like send Gina our love, tell her we got her back. You could tell her right on Twitter, man. Like, just she loves to read that stuff. But I don't know anything about this case, and just from hearing like Legal Mindset talk about it and others, it would probably be in Disney's best interest to hurry up and just get this out of there, just get this off their table. That's what I am gaining from this. And just be like, holy crap, another headache. I just feel like the reason why Bob Iger made a video like this and doesn't want certain people on the board, the reason why I think that they'll push this case quickly is they don't want people thumbing through their filing cabinet. They don't want people to see stuff, what's really going on there. All of us have had speculation. It doesn't take, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world to know like numbers are really weird with Disney. Like things just don't add up all the time, like stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, we don't want people going like, if it goes to trial, they're going to have to show a lot of stuff, and if these activists get on the board, they might be like, what the heck is this? Like, what are we doing here? Mm-hmm. So, like I think they don't want people going through that. So they'll do what they can to keep those filing cabinets locked up.
Yep.
That's what I think.
And shout out to Rumble, 500 people over on Rumble today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in over there. Magnum Norse, what's up, Magnum Norse? Says Dakota Johnson wore a spider web to the premiere. Madam Web sounds like a brothel supervisor. Bionic Sasquatch says, hey, Jeremy. Hey, Jay. Love the show. Keep it going. 199. D's Weebos says, or Webos says, episode 1 back on the big screen in May. If it's here, I will go see it. Tobias,
I could see me going to Universal Studios and watching it there and like hanging out at the parks with everybody. That'd be kind of a fun day.
Absolutely. Phantom Menace wasn't Tobias says Phantom Menace wasn't the best, but damn if Duel of Fates isn't the most iconic Star Wars music next to John Williams' opening theme. Agreed.
Up there.
Let's see. Ryan says Attack of the Clones has Natalie Portman in a white skin tight midriff. A New Hope does not. He's not wrong. Guy Incognito says, don't listen to Jay. Skull and Bones is great. He just doesn't want to lose his Sea of Thieves audience.
Wait, what? I haven't played. I've never. Wait. I didn't say anything about Skull and Bones. All I'm saying is the people that I trust that are playing it said that it's boring. So I haven't played it yet. So I have no. Yeah, I can't say perfectly. So just so you know, I love Sea of Thieves. And yes, in the chat, people are like, Sea of Thieves, Jay, when? I can't believe you guys love watching me play that with my friends. So. Yeah, probably before Tuesday night's main event, I'll probably hop on for an hour or so. Sea of Thieves. That's
Brian
crazy.
Stark, he says Attack of the Clones has Natalie Portman in the tight white outfit.
Can you just read that? Or is that another one?
No, it's another one. Another
one.
Shadow Sands says, we all remember Leather Mommy Padme. Japanese Demon says, you're not the Kanye of Geeks and Gamers, Jay. Ryan is. You're the Simple Jack of Geeks and Gamers. We love you either way.
Simple Jack didn't have a best-selling book.
Derek says, let's see, what's the ideal order to watch Star Wars? I think the way they were released, the way George Lucas released them, is the way I would recommend people watch them.
Same. Start with A New Hope, because it kind of like brings it. You know, you get an understanding who Darth Vader is, and you're like, man, what happened? And then it takes you back. I agree.
That is it. That is it. Jake says, never asked me to play Sea of Thieves.
I asked you. Okay. I got the receipts.
That's pretty mean, Jay. Why would you not ask Jake?
Well,
you know, he has no problem name dropping you when there's like a check mark in his chat, though. He's like, hey, you know Jake from Mr. Beast? I know him. He's friends. I got his phone number. I can call him right now. I promised
him I would never mention Mr. Beast and Jake the Viking again.
He fucking does it every time.
From February 13th. This is my Valentine's gift to Jake.
I want you guys to hold him.
I will never mention him again.
I want you to hold Jay accountable.
Yeah, hold me accountable.
Every time he mentions that, and he always says,
I'll send Jake a $5 super chat every time I mention it. Moving forward.
5?
I mean,
put some stakes on it, bro.
I ain't got a lot of money, man. I'm broke. All the money's made is here. Stays in the company.
Put some stakes on it. Like, come on, $50 every time you mention it.
I don't have a Cobra Cast like you, okay? I wish I did. Trust me. I play Sea of Thieves. That's all. That's all. Jake, you're always welcome to hop on. Always.
Tobias says, as bad as the sequels are, they still invoke emotion. Solo is the worst thing a movie can be. Boring, no emotional response at all, no memories at all. Yep. It's true. It's true. Jay's Secret Racism says, Jay saying Attack of the Clones is a good movie is like everybody in the chat agreeing Beardo reads like an academic scholar. I came to laugh at you for 2 says, who is the main character in The Phantom Menace, Jay?
I would say Anakin Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say. It's his story. The whole prequel is his story, his story on how he fell.
Yeah.
Because he meets Padme for the first time there, and so
Yuki says, I blame Jay, or I blame stuff like, I was gonna say blame Jay, and then Jay's name's not even in there. I blame stuff like Red Letter Media spinning a narrative that the movies were basically shit, because not until that video I never heard any negative talking about the prequels. I don't know, man. I mean, I understand the criticism of the prequels. As a prequel defender, I understand the criticism. I do. I think that
Hayden got tons of criticism for his acting. I think people were expecting Anakin to be like not what we got on the screen, like not like kind of whiny, like that. I think they were expecting him for something different. So
yeah,
the dialogue, there was some like a lot of questionable, weird dialogue, like little Anakin yelling "Yippee!" All that stuff was kind of weird, but.
McFly says that you can depend on Chris Benoit. He won't leave you hanging. Jeez.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Let's see. Sophie says, hail to the bro cult. Jeremy is a big fig. The Haku speaks truth. Did you see my DM? Hail. No. Send it again right now. Right now, Sophie. Send it again right now. Jay, keep reading the super chats. I'm waiting for your DM right now, Sophie. Send it again.
I don't know where to find them.
What do you mean?
Jay is scheduled for 2 right on time.
Right here. Like, look in the StreamYards. They're starred right there.
Yeah. I don't know where you left off.
There we go.
Garruk for 2. A New Hope has Leia with no bra through the whole movie. Point taken. Taker 6-1. Okay, go ahead.
I got it, Sophie. I responded to you. There we go. Okay. So, all right, go ahead, Jay. I read the last 2. You're doing a good job.
Taker, Geeks and Gamers and Nerderotic meetups are like those free to play games. They get you in for free, but they count on those microtransactions for the venue. Hey, man, gotta do what you gotta do.
That's really fucking good.
Teresa Young, here's to Elon owning Disney. Hopefully, keep up the great work, guys. Love you, Jay. You're the best. Oh, appreciate it. I won't read the rest. Jedi Bean, did I say that right? For 2, Meetup in Annapolis. Ryan's Hood is valid still. See, that's what I'm saying. Man. Like, you do sponsors that can pay for stuff like that. It'd be pretty awesome. I think people would be fine with it. Dutchy for 5. Unfortunately, I can't make the Vegas meetup. Will you guys do another meetup later this year? See, We gotta do sponsors, Jeremy. You gotta do sponsors.
I know.
People want to meet us. We gotta get on the contour.
So what I'll say.
Oh man, I almost slipped that one out. Hulk Hogan for 2. Hey, my riggers. Eat your vitamins and say your prayer. Yeah, I pulled it up fast and I was like,
I saw Hulk Hogan's face in that word and I distinctly thought like, oh no. But yeah, that was funny as hell. Yes. What I'll say is, and this is a testament to each and every one of you, because you guys, like the people that are part of G&G 199 Fellowship, all of that, like you guys are the reason that we have anything. So the whole the whole Universal deal we did, the meetup, they could not have spoken more highly about you guys. Like great feedback. You came in there. So just to be clear, I asked everybody to go in and buy a lot of alcohol and spend a lot of money. I got nothing back from that. I got no money from that whatsoever. We got nothing from it. They were so happy that people came and spent money. They said you all were cool and respectful. Glad they didn't meet Ryan. They probably would have had a different opinion. Yeah, so thank you guys for that. And that allows us more opportunities. So then we're going to try to build a kind of like the Super Bowl for us is going to be MegaCon. You know what I mean? You've got Orlando, you've got the theme parks. We've got a lot of connections now. That's going to kind of build up to be our Super Bowl, I think, is what we should work towards every year. That's the plan.
Blabs, the Tower Tard for 5. Nice picture. I have an idea for a Miracle Made sheet ad involving Ryan. I love pickles and sports. Yay. Thanks for the 5. Send it. Email Jeremy directly. He loves his emails. Darth Maul's lower half. You should watch more Valiant Renegade videos. Activist investor means the shareholders has an active interest in the company he invests in. I try to watch as many Valiant as I can, but thank you for clearing that up. Woohoo Nation for 5. Jeremy, have you ever considered covering gaming news regularly? This is Geeks and Gamers.
Yes. That's all part of it. Like the sponsors and all of that. Like it allows us to do more stuff that's not 100%. Like we can just do stories that we know might not get the most traction, but we think it's important. You know what I mean? To cover stuff that's probably not going to get like a ton of views. Because at the end of the day, I'm not as much as I used to be. Like I'm not driven by views as much as I used to be, but you're still trying to grow a channel. You're still trying to build a business. But because you guys take such good care of us, I don't have to do a lot of that.
I say the same thing.
Bro, I made a video on my D-Day Cover 199 channel about the WWE. It got like 1,000, less than 1,000 views. I'm so happy with it. I didn't care that it got less than 1,000 views. I was just happy that I was able to talk wrestling. You know what I mean? So
I am so with you on that. It's just like, I actually like this is so weird saying this, but I actually hope like Drunk 3PO never hits 100K because the people, it's just funny to me to see the people that do complain. Like this channel didn't even have 100K. Like what are all these people in his chat? It's like you guys take care of us so well. It's unbelievable. I'm so blessed. My cock. Wait, the cock for 2. House of Cards. Moving on. Magnum Norse for 10. I can only think of one person who lies more than Bob Iger. His name starts with a J and ends with a OE. Biden. Magnum Norse for 10. Very well said. Bill Herb for 5. Jay, was it you that had that funny cat story? Something about letting it go? I'm trying not to bring back painful memories, but yeah, it's over on the Geeks and Gamers live channel. I think you could relive the adventure of Jay talking about his opening the door and letting the cat out to die. Chris Bolts for 5. A recent article in Screen Rant was gushing about Red Cyclone, a robot romancing Batman's computer AI. Yes, these people are sick. Are you? That's all I have to say. Thank you for the 5. Chris, Alex. I got to meet Alex at MegaCon. Awesome dude. At the convention I attended in November during a Q&A, someone legit tried to ask Ashley what Ahsoka's sexuality was.
Fucking freaks, man.
What? Why would anyway? Thank you for the 5, Alex. Kui 4. Did I say that right? I saw the newest Dune 2. That's wrong.
No, I don't know. It's just the way you said it was funny.
Kui. Anyway, Mr. 4 for $5. I saw the newest Dune 2 poster at my job, and they got both Zendaya and Timothy on it, with Zendaya slightly in front of Tim. Red flags for me. Yeah, she's kind of pretty, though.
We'll see.
Jay, I just like the popcorn bucket. Jay Andrew, member message for 8 months. Grew up watching Alabama games with my dad. Lost him to COVID. Man, sorry to hear that, man. 1.5 years ago. So many good memories of watching Bama play through the years. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
And hold on to those memories, brother. Linko Kenobi, member message says, bro, The Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith will always be my favorite films. Bro, end of discussion, bro. Love you guys. Hail to 199. Bro, and Donald J. Skywalker. Jay simping for...
Mannequin Skywalker.
Mannequin Skywalker. I'm
That's
convinced.
a reference to Clerks 2.
I was convinced.
Danger.
No.
My shitty acting is ruining Saga. You don't remember that?
Clerks 2, man. It's been a minute. Yeah. I was convinced Snoke and Plagueis. Snoke was Plagueis after The Force Awakens. We walked out of The Last Jedi in shock. My reaction, well, they ended Star Wars. Yesterday I watched on the History of Pirates channel, we watched Master and Commander and went over that. Oh, dude, what a freaking... That movie is so underrated, right? Man. Like, it's so good. You saw Master and Commander, right?
I don't think I've seen Master and Commander with Russell Crowe.
Someone super chat Jeremy. He's got to watch Master and Commander.
I'm trying to remember if I watched that one. Because that came out. That's gosh, it's like a 2000s movie, like an early
2003. Russell Crowe.
I'm not sure.
Probably the most realistic. I want to say pirate. It wasn't a pirate movie, but one of the most realistic. Look at that.
Really,
one of my favorite movies. Realistic, like battleship movies of the time. Like they actually built a ship for this film. It's crazy.
Come over to HQ, Jay. Let's
yeah, I love it.
Let's watch it on the projector.
I think I got all the super chats. Those are all the ones that are starred. I read them all through.
Did a good job, Jay. I'm proud of you, buddy.
There's a couple more that came in. Drunken McCockner. Oh, Duncan McCockner for God. 2. Hi, Jay. Tobias. Hi. Tobias for 10. I get that feeling I'm always that I didn't. Someone unstarred them and I didn't read them all. I get the feeling I'm always happy to see anyone seeing me and Red's podcast, even if it's just 10 people. If anyone watches and enjoys, that's a good feeling. Even if it's not a lot. Oh, dude, come on, man. We've all started somewhere.
Absolutely.
The first time I ever went live, I had 5 people in the chat. Man, that was the greatest day of my life.
Mm-hmm. Tomac for 20 says, if you take a sponsorship from Raid, just show the draw chances from the heroes. I seriously will. And Hulk Hogan says, God damn it. Hang on. I want to highlight it. You see if I can find it. Where's this Hulk Hogan? Right there. Oh, fucking love you guys.
Not
man.
Touching it.
Oh, what the freak? Oh my god.
Reva's crispy bush. Crispy. There's no other chat like this in the world. I can guarantee it.
All right, we're ending it. I think the real BBC is live. We will be live for Tuesday night's main event tonight. It's going to be a great show. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Again,
we got to stop now.
Yeah, we got to stop now. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Have a great day. We will talk to you later. Seriously, go over to the real BBC. I know Gary's got an announcement for Vegas, so you guys want to hear all of that. So thank you guys. Shout out to the 199. Yes. Have a great day. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. Wait, Ian says you missed my super chat. Damn it. Hang on. See, I'm still always looking at the chat. I'm always looking at the chat. Ian says, bro, Putting Attack of the Clones ahead of A New Hope, bro, deserves more indictments than Trump got, bro. Like, bro, that's pretty gay, bro. There we go. Gotcha.
Thank you.
I gotcha, Ian. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.